What you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Pollard. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
On the pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Mike, 53, Mike, watch the run.
On third down. He'll drop to throw. Ebron's got it.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
At the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
The Vikings 25-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run. This is Cohen. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Second and 3. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
3rd down and 4.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and 1. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From a yard out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
He'll let one go deep for...
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
O.J. Howard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Aldrich Rosas lining up for the extra point.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away, as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. This now 3rd and 11 after that second down completion actually went back a yard. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling.
And his first carry, he loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. As a nice run there gets them down to the 6-yard line.
So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Vikings 14, Eagles 7.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 11. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Stop made by Marlon Davidson.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Second and 2. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
20.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Back to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Eric Ebron with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
Vikings 20, Eagles 14.
After the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Odell Beckham, 79 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This will be caught inside the 10. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first two quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Brought down back at the 38-yard line.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Right there, 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man.
No lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
The pass. Fumble on the play. Recovered by Minnesota.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get. And you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Pick up. First down, Vikings.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Here's Hines. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Aldrich Rosa on for the field goal.
And this one is right down Broadway. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. On the counter, here's Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle
in the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Rosa's kick is good. And that will make the lead now 26.
40.
So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Marlon Davidson.
He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
5-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
At the 30-yard line.
This is Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That is caught at the 7.
And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Tariq Cohen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Zerline now for the PAT. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Vikings 20, Eagles 21.
Touchdown at Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown,
Christian Kirk. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
lining up for the extra
They
point.
were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
53, check 53.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Noah Spence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Hines. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. They run with Howard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll find Hall. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Back to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Sean Davis with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Howard. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They go with Howard again. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be second down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.